Hi friends, welcome to my channel, and in today's video let us learn about units per transaction and conversion in retail. So first we will start with the units per transaction. It is defined as the average number of products that the customer purchases in any given transaction. Higher the unit per transaction, the more items customer purchasing for every visit. It refers to the number of products getting billed in a single purchase or in a single bill. In simple words, it measures the average number of units purchased in a typical transaction. So this is the definition of units per transaction. Units per transaction is also called as average basket size or items per cash memo. So now let us see how it is calculated. Units per transaction is equal to total number of units sold divided by total number of bills made for the day. Depending on the kind of business, average basket size can be a very important metric. Let us understand units per transaction with two simple examples. So friends, in the first example, the store is selling 100 quantity for the day, and to sell these 100 quantities, the bills generated are 25 bills. Now the IPCM will be 100 quantity divided by 25 bills. So here the IPCM is 100 divided by 25, that is 4. That is 4 products are getting billed in each bill. Friends, now let us consider the second example. Consider the store is selling 8,500 quantities in a month, and to sell these 8,500 quantities, the bills generated are 2,400. Now the IPCM will be 8,500 divided by 2,400. That is equal to 3.54. So in this example, the IPCM is 3.54. That is 3.54 quantities are getting billed in each bill. So now let us see what are the different average basket sizes in apparel, electronics and grocery department. So in FMCG department, that is grocery, the IPCM will be somewhere around 8 to 10 quantity. And in apparels department, the IPCM will be 4 to 5 quantity. And in electronics section, as the value will be high, the IPCM will be somewhere around 1 to 2 quantity per bill. So how can you increase the IPCM? IPCM or average basket size can be increased by cross-selling. Yes friends, by cross-selling you can increase the number of products billed in each bill, and in this way the IPCM or the average basket size can be increased. For example, consider customer coming to an electronic shop to purchase a laptop. So if he purchases only laptop, so it will be only one product in a bill, so the IPCM is only 1. So you can increase this average basket size by cross-selling him. That is, you can cross-sell him a hard disk or even a keyboard or even a mouse. So consider he will take a hard disk and a mouse. So here he had come to purchase only one laptop. Now we have cross-sold him a hard disk and a mouse. So now he has built 3 products. So now the IPCM is increased to 3. So in this way, by cross-selling, we can increase the average basket size of a bill. So friends, this was the concept of units per transaction or average basket size. Now let us move to the next KPI, that is conversion.
So conversion can be defined as the percentage of people who are going to purchase in your store. In other words, who are going to bill in your store against the people coming in your store. So that means, suppose in a store for a day, if 100 people are coming and in that 25 people are billing in your store, that means it will be 25 divided by 100. That is 25% of people are purchasing in your store. So friends, the formula to calculate the conversion goes as follows. It is the number of bills generated divided by the number of walk-ins what we have got for the day into 100. It will be a percentage number. So friends, now that we are clear with the definition and formula required to calculate the conversion, let us see what is the healthy conversion rate in the retail stores. For a standalone store, the conversion should be somewhere around 40 to 45%, and in mall stores it would be somewhere around 30 to 35%. Friends, we can gain a healthy conversion rate in the store by just giving a good customer service to the customer, taking a positive feedback from the customer and serving him as per his feedback, and attending each and every customer who is entering the store.
So friends, that's it in today's video. If you like this video, then please hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel to get such more updates in the future, and please do comment for any suggestions. Thanks for watching.